Hello and welcome to Framing Engine tutorial. Today we're going to go over managing the content of the site. This will be your editing languages, adding pages, working with templates, the content, the styles of the site. We'll run through just so you can change your layout, add images and boxes and all that fun stuff. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go mouse over content in the admin. First option is edit languages. What this is for is we have sites that are use different terminologies. So if you wanted to change, let's say for our UK clients, they want to change mats to mounts, they can do a search for mat and it'll give you results where everywhere it has a mat, and you can change it to mount if you wanted to. So this is if hard-coded language needs to be changed in the site, we change to edit languages. Edit buttons, a similar thing. If you need to change the buttons into a different language, you can do so here. We have content. So now content. So when you go to content, these are all the hard-coded pages that come with the site. So when we do an install, these come by default. So this is where you would go in and edit it. Once you access the page on the front end, it'll show you it in the admin. So like terms and conditions, contact form, stuff like that will all be under the your content manager, under content. Next is meta tags. This will allow you to add your own keywords, descriptions, and titles to all the pages of the site. You'll have a default for everything, and then you can add your you would just add your meta tag information. So you can change this one to description, put in your description here, and then add another one and call it your keywords and put in your keywords here and save that. That would be your default, and then you can go into each individual page as you build them to add your own metadata into those pages. Styles are the color, the look and feel, the width of the site. This is all what we call the CSS, the Cascading Style Sheet. So this is what tells how your site to look. So the most common sections in here that you'll be working with is in General. So if we go into General, you'll see that you can change your link colors, your hover colors. You also see your H1 tags, your H2 tags, your H3 tags, and you can stylize those so they're consistent throughout the site. You can go in here, you can change the background color of the site, you can change how wide your site is, you can disable and enable right-click options for the site here. And then you also have your buttons, so add to cart, frame it buttons. You can create and add your own buttons here as well. So we're going to go back to top level, and then I'm going to go into where you see header. And header, right now we have a classic header view. You can switch it to a modern, which will change up the way the menu looks on here. So let me show you what classic looks like. This is classic with the bar going across the top. Your logo will go up here, and this is your fader image, and these are your boxes in here we're going to go over in a short moment. So that is the classic look, and then the modern look will have all the menu over to the side, and you can test that out and play around with that. So if we click on common, this is where all the sites have, you can control your main menu. This is where you would add and adjust your logo. So you would upload your logo image here, and then you can add any padding from the top left or right to move it around where you need to go. If you need to change the background color of your of it, you can do that here in case you have a banner going across the top. You can also create your menu background colors. Like right now you can see, if I bring this back, you'll see it's kind of a gradient color here, and then the lines separating each item. I'll show you what that looks like on here. So here's the fading image, the fading colors going down. Here's the color of the menu. Here's the color of those lines in between and all that. So that's where you would adjust those colors. And then the toggle menu, so when there's a drop down, you could adjust that here. Sub menu options here. You can play around with this and get an idea of how it works. So we're going to go back to top level, and so general and header are the main items that you'll be working with. We can walk through other stuff on another video. So if we go back into content, that was styles. Now we're going to go to edit menus. So if we go into edit menus and we click on the header menu, this is the top black menu that was going across the top. You'll see it has home, about us, policies, contact us. These can all be moved up and down so that you can control where they show, this top being left, bottom being right. And if we wanted to make, like, let's say on the home page, if we wanted to make contact us a submenu item, if you would just check this box, and now this indents and becomes a submenu item for when you mouse over on the home page. So I will show you how that looks. Save this here. And we'll refresh this home page so you can see how that looks. So if you mouse over home now, you'll see how it has drop downs. Okay, so that's edit menus. You also have a footer menu where you can have 3 columns, or you can have just one footer menu. And then the user menu is your account, login, and cart options on the top right of that menu. So this is where you would edit all 3 of those menus. The next one is page templates. Since we moved on to a responsive theme, a lot of our customers need help making pages responsive, so we recreated this template process. And right now we're actually using this index template for the home page. So to edit the home page, this is where you would go to edit it. So I'm going to click edit here so you can see what's set up. You notice the top one is the image fader. We'll go through faders in just a minute, but this is where you can create banners that have sort of a call to action. So it's like, you know, frame your photos, or make a multi-panel canvas, or build a mirror. You can add separate faders that will jump from one to the other and try to, you know, spike interest in somebody coming to your site. And then the next one is we created a multi-column box on here. And you can go in and you can edit each image by going into here, and then you would create folders for your different sections and pages, and then you would upload your images and you select your image, and then you can also link the images by going up here. So this is the photo-print.html. That would be the link to go to that page. And you can just close out of here, and that link is going to stay. And then let's say you want to edit this text here. You can go in here and say, you know, photo review art. And then we can use the spec editor by highlighting this and creating a link by going here and type in the same thing here. So it would be input. Photo-print.html, and click OK. And then this one you have to click the update button for it to save. And then once you're done, you just close out of there. So now this image has been uploaded. We made a link to it, and then we've added the link down here. So if you wanted to, you could just add more items and create another 4 boxes if you wanted to. And you also have options for just a text area. If you want to add just a text area with an image column, a wide image that goes across the page. You can create all these, and then once you're finished, you can save it, and then this can be used as a different page on the site. And I'll show you how to do that next. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to edit info pages. So an info page is originally how pages were built. So what we do is you can create a page, and then you can go in here and you can pick one of your templates that you're making to use for this page content, or you can just create your own page. Like we'll do about us, and then we'll call this, we'll just call it services we offer. Okay, and then you can fill in your content here. You can create tables. You could add a table in here, pick your column, thickness, width. You're better off setting it at like a 90%, so it'll fill in whatever space you have. You don't want any border on it. And then you just click OK, and it'll give you the boxes. It'll give you the boxes to add your content here. However many columns, you can put your content in each box, and then then it won't be, you won't see the box when you're viewing it on the home screen. So you can also click here to upload your images. Again, you would click on the image option, you would click browser, and then you have your folders here. You can create new folders, and then you would choose your files and upload them, and then select your images to put on this page. So what we did for the home page is we just came in here and we created an info page, and we just called it home, and we're using the template that I created for the home page called index, and then we saved it. And then in site settings, you can go in here and you can use info page as the home page, and that way it'll help you keep it responsive for your tablet and phone device. So that's info pages. Now the next is the image faders. Now this is that graphic that will fade from one to another across the top of the home page. Home page is always labeled as the index page, so we're going to go over here to the index. We're going to click edit, and then this is where it would list all of the faders. So we have this fader. If we wanted to add another fader, we would just click browse. We would choose a file, upload it, and then click it, and it's going to put it in there, and then we can click on and send it to the URL, which is going to be photo-HTML. And then you would just click add, and now this would be a second banner. So when you're on the home page, this top image would fade through all the different images that you wanted to. And then on the template, this is where we uploaded those different options for here, and we linked this and we linked this now so that it would go into that page. So that's how you edit your home page that is made with the template, and that is also how you edit the faders. And then if you want, you can create in the template, you can create more content going down your home page, add more boxes, more content, so people can scroll down and view all of that. So that is about all you need to know as far as managing the content of your site. And then we'll have to get into more detail with styles, but you can play around with styles. One thing I strongly suggest is when you're going to go in and mess around with your styles, what we want to do is export the current styles that you have, and it'll download the style sheet. And then if you go in here and you make a bunch of changes and you make mistakes and something happens, you can always take this saved file that you have and go choose the file and import it, and it'll bring it back to where you were at, and you can start over, and that way you're not stuck with any ugly colors or changes that you made that ruin the look or layout that you like. So we strongly suggest before you do any style changes is export the current style so that you have a fallback of safety in case something happens. So that's it. We'll go into more detail later. Thank you and have a great day.